Hi, this is Emily Noun from Region 17, and I'm going to walk you through creating the data view that I usually call STAAR Performance and Progress. And this is a great data view to help your teachers know exactly which level your students are at for accountability. So I'm already in Aware, logged in, and I always start with create a new data view in the bottom left-hand corner, and I walk through their wizard. Just usually helpful when you're creating a data view from scratch. And for this data view, it asks you which tests would you like to select. We really just need a STAAR test, and then it is helpful if you grab the most recent school year. Since I'm in a demo side, I don't have the most recent school year, but you go ahead and grab 2015, 2016, and make sure you grab a STAAR test from 2016. When you do that, it's going to have the most up-to-date fields in the data view, so that's why that's important. It does not matter which test you select, because we're going to create this as a template so that all of your teachers can see it. So really and truly, as long as you grab 2016, it's not going to matter which subject or which grade. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And then how do we want to view the results? We want teachers viewing this, so we really want it by individual students. And now, where do we want to put the view? At where they were for accountability or where they are now? Since teachers see the data in where they are now, I usually set the default to where they are now for teacher views. So I'm going to click that. This one, we can actually just do student scores. Go next. I'm going to leave all of this off. We don't need it for this particular data view. So I'm going to click next. And then last, yes, I would like to edit my view. And now it'll take us directly into the test or the view editor section. So editing our view. There we go. So I like to give it a name right off the bat. I said this one was STAAR Performance and Progress. Whatever helps you to remember is the main thing. We don't need any other tests, we just need our one. So I can go ahead and go to the Columns tab. And now we can start looking at some of the fields that we need. For this data view, actually, since we have so many, I'm going to go ahead and clear this one. And then I'm going to click on scores. I do like raw score. I do like percent score and scale score. And then from here, we need our phase-in levels. Since we're past 2015, I'm not going to grab that one. If you want to show 2015 as an indicator, you can, but we are moving into 2016, 2017 as a set standard for next year. I think it's a good rule of thumb to go ahead and pull a next data point for phase-in just so they can look at it. And then we will do final recommended and advanced level 3. And finally, I pull in STAAR Progress and ELL Progress if you have ELL students. If you don't, you can leave that one off. Okay, so I have all of the fields that I need. I already said we don't need to summarize by anything else. So we're in where we are now by student, so we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and update our view. It's thinking. May take it a little bit. So while it's thinking, it's always best practice to hit update and not save. This is a very misleading save right here. If you click save, it's going to render the view and it's not necessarily going to save your updates. Update is always going to be the best button to choose after you see that your data view is correct. That's when you'll want to click save, which is very misleading. So update first, view the data, and then click save. Interesting order, but that's the best practice. Let's hope it's almost done. It's quite a bit of data. Still thinking. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we have our view rendered. Mine has a lot of NAs, but disregard, yours won't, just because I'm in a demo site and I'm looking at old data. So what you'll see now, it looks to be correct. We have all of our kiddos, raw score, percent score, scale score. We have whether or not they met the current or last year's phase-in satisfactory. This will be this coming year's phase-in satisfactory, so you get yeses and nos. Next to the kids' names, yes, they are projected to meet it, no, they are not, which is a great indicator of where they're going. Also, but probably most important on this data view, you're going to have did not meet, exceeded, and met progress. All column headings are sortable, so if I want to, I can click on STAAR progress, and I can sort by did not meet versus met and exceeded if I want to. Another great way to view this data view is to sort by raw score or scale score. If I sort by raw score, I'm going to easily be able to see progression of kiddos based on raw score, how many they got correct versus if they're projected to meet, and then who grew or didn't meet growth off of that raw score. It gives me a lot of information to go off of. So I like what I have. It's set up correctly. So I am then going to need to click save. Yay. And then the last step, if I want to share this out with all of my teachers, because I do not want to have to recreate this for each individual teacher, then I will go to share. And what I typically do as a district administrator, you can click district view, all teachers, and district quick views. If you are a campus principal, then your options might be to click on my campus teachers, and my campus quick views. If you do that, then all teachers at your campus will see it, versus if you do district, the entire district will see it. So whatever you feel is more fitting, or if you only have campus roles as a principal, you might only be able to do this one. So either way will work. We will go ahead and click submit. And then I do like to check myself. So once it refreshes and has thought through that process a little bit, still thinking, then what I like to do to check myself is to go through a different piece of data, so not reading 4th grade, and make sure that it works. So let's go to quick views. Let's go to a STAAR test. I have to go to 2015, not 4th grade, so let's just do 7th grade, and let's do math. So a totally different subject, a different grade. And then teachers will go to their drop-down box, and the very last one should be the data view you created. So there it is, STAAR performance and progress. Yay. And then I'll just make sure it brings it up, and otherwise you are good to go. So those will be your steps for a teacher that is walking through accessing this data. Teachers will see a schedule on the left-hand side rather than your quick views button, so they will have to navigate through based on their schedule or they can click on a button that says all my students, and it'll be at the very bottom. Either way, that's how they'll go through and navigate, and then they'll choose STAAR Performance and Progress and be able to bring up the data view. So that's the process for this one. It's a great piece for teachers to know who is not projected to pass this year if instruction stays the same, and then who has met or did not meet growth based on the previous year's assessment. So good information for teachers having to keep on their radar. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.